And right off the top, some breaking news. Moments ago, Grayson Rodriguez getting loose for the Orioles, expected and scheduled to make the start today against the Blue Jays. But news coming down in the last couple minutes that Rodriguez has been scratched from this start, and Albert Suarez is getting loose right now. Kind of a swingman for the Orioles. He's getting ready to pitch today. The veteran right-hander, Chris Bassitt.
Yeah, and Bassett's had a tough stretch. He had a real rough July. This will be his 23rd start of the season.
As this one is sent into left field, it's Schowel, but trying to charge in to make the grab, and it's going to be made on a beautiful catch by Joey Loperfido. I was about to say, and it's going to drop in, and I had to bite my tongue and eat my words as Loperfido makes an incredible catch. And Bassitt just sat down Henderson. He looked completely baffled by that cutter, and he goes down swinging.
It's not Grayson Rodriguez who said, "I don't feel right." We caught that on camera talking to coaches at 6:45, was scratched just minutes before the game. Albert Suarez on 4 days rest takes over for the spot starter. And that doesn't bother him right there. Nice little cutter to strike out Springer. So Suarez, spot starter, strikes out Springer. 3-2. Good changeup down and away. And Suarez with some strong late action.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. right on right. And he'll swing first ball and lift it to the right side of the infield. Mountcastle calling off Holiday, who comes very close to Mountcastle. First baseman still makes the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 first for Albert Suarez. Now Hearn becomes the first base runner of the game for either team. Now Adley Rutschman stepping to the plate.
Hits that one hard to first, and Vlad will step on the bag for a double play.
A couple of good defensive plays early in the game for Chris Bassitt. Good support. Take a look at the liner. Vladdy's going to double up Mountcastle or Hearn easy. But after that pitch, Chris Bassitt went behind the mound and stretched his groin out a little bit. I'm not sure that it's anything significant.
Moments ago, Chris Bassitt finished off the top of the second. We had seen him grabbing at his groin a little bit in the middle of the inning, and he and head athletic trainer Jose Ministral went down the steps and into the clubhouse. And good news for the Blue Jays, it seems Chris Bassitt back in the dugout after going down to the tunnel after the top of the second.
The Blue Jays will try to keep things rolling here with 2 away in the second inning.
Addison Barger now up, another guy who's coming off a pretty good road trip.
And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Then I got the fastball by Barger. It was a long second, but still a scoreless one for Albert Suarez.
Chris Bassitt on the bump for the Jays, top of the 3rd inning.
2-2. Called strike 3. Great fastball from Bassitt. His second strikeout of the day. Went around on that curveball, and it's back-to-back strikeouts for Chris Bassitt.
No score here, top of the 5th inning. Chris Bassitt has been pitching well for the Blue Jays, and he will try to keep things rolling right here.
Called strike 3 on the inside edge. Sinker floats back over the plate. 1 out.
Hearn wasn't sure it caught the inside corner, but boy, that had a lot of movement.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Went up and away with the cutter, and that's 3 strikeouts in a row going back to the 4th inning for Bassitt.
6 on the game, and he is really hitting with all of his pitches. And you can see he cuts this ball away, and it just runs to the outside part of the play. Rutschman can't connect.
Mountcastle sits down. That's 4 straight Ks now for Bassitt. And we go to the bottom of the 5th with no score.
2 hits for the Jays, nothing for the O's. Albert Suarez and Chris Bassitt. The 70th pitch tonight is a high fastball for another strikeout, his 5th of the game.
I tell you what, he is shoving that fastball to the top part of the zone right now.
The 0-2. Breaking ball, strike 3 called at the knees. Albert Suarez, a clean 5th inning as he strikes out Barger and Jimenez.
So it looks like he'll be done after 5, and the Orioles hoping they get him some runs. They still don't have a hit. Jackson Holiday trying to change that. Puts a charge into one, and Jackson Holiday gets the Orioles' first hit, and it's a home run. Absolutely walloped a Chris Bassitt cutter, and Jackson Holiday's extraordinary week continues in his mighty major league return.
That boy is hotter than a pepper sprout, I'm going to tell you.
And the 20-year-old will take a drink of some refreshing H2O.
Vladdy is still in search of that first hit to extend the hit streak to 18 games. And guess what? He just extended the hit streak. And it extends the inning as well for the Blue Jays and a chance for Toronto to maybe get on the board.
Bert Smith, he faced 3 batters, and he's done for the evening.
Now it's time for the left-hander Gregory Soto. This is with the Phillies and the Orioles, making his 46th appearance of the year. 36 and a third, 44 strikeouts. Opponent's hitting .287 off the left-hander Soto.
So it's first and third now as Alejandro Kirk will step to the plate.
And he gets under it again. Sends it on a ride to left field, and it's gone. Alejandro Kirk with a 3-run shot to give the Blue Jays a 3-1 lead.
After throwing back-to-back sweepers on the inside part of the plate to Alejandro Kirk, Soto tries to throw him a slider, and again it's low and inside, and Kirk is seeing the ball so well. He picks it up straight out of the hand, gets barrel out in front of him, and just mashes that ball out into the bullpen.
Varsho swings at the 1-2 and hooks it down the right field line. He's around first, headed to second, and that's where he'll stop with a 2-out double. That will be the first time in Ernie Clement's career that he has been intentionally walked. So a potential run-producing opportunity for Addison Barger. Dalton Varsho and Ernie Clement, that'll go down as a stolen base. Swing and a flare down the left field line. Fair ball. Varsho scores. Clement in to score. It's another double for Addison Barger. It catches him too, and the Blue Jays are up 5-1.
Well, let the kids play. It's probably a foot off the plate outside, but he stays on it and flares it down the left field line.
Brings up Gunnar Henderson, 0 for 3 in the ballgame.
Swing and a deep fly ball off the bat of Gunnar Henderson. Long run for Dalton Varsho, and a heck of a play in right center field. Acrobatics from Dalton Varsho, who gets up all right with an incredibly impressive second out.
I'll tell you one thing, Dalton Varsho never gives up on anything. No matter where it's hit, he always thinks he has a chance to make a play, and most times he does. He's shaded on the left field side of center. He's got a long run. Henderson thinks he's hit it out, and Varsho's just not going to give up. He catches it and then slams into the wall.
3-2 for O'Hearn with nobody on base and 2 out.
And it's in for a strike and another strikeout for Chris Bassett. O'Hearn doesn't like the call. He's got a few words to say right now, but it's not going to matter as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning.
Chris Bassett, who only gave up 1 run through the first 7, has allowed 2 hits and a walk, though, to load the bases with nobody out in the 8th. So John Schneider calling on the left-handed reliever Genesis Cabrera to try and get him out of a jam.
And he is not going to get a lefty-lefty matchup. Brandon Hyde, after Jackson Holliday homered on his last swing, is going to go to his bench and go to Austin Slater.
Down and in for ball 4. Slater earns a walk, and that'll force in a run. Nice work by Austin Slater to send it to a full count. That'll bring Rutschman in, so give Slater credit for an RBI.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big bounce back for Cabrera, who gets the first out of the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on the cutter, back-to-back strikeouts for Cabrera. Bouncing ball hit softly to third. Charging in, Barger to first, and the splits by Guerrero to end the inning. Genesis Cabrera comes on with the bases loaded, nobody out.
Top of the 9th inning, the Blue Jays leading the Orioles 5-2, and Chad Green into the ballgame now to try and shut things down.
Swing and a fly ball, center field, Varsho under it, and that's the ball game. The Blue Jays put up 5 runs, all with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Alejandro Kirk leads the way with a 3-run homer, and Toronto takes it 5-2 in the opener.